favorite songs. And the thing about it is that two of my favorite entertainers. That was a remix, and I think Puffy was on it, but I don't know. I don't care about Puffy right now. But well, P Diddy, whatever his name is right now, Sean John. I did get a Sean John shirt from Value World for like $5. It's being dry clean. I don't once if I get something from the thrift store, I'm gonna dry clean everything that I can. I mean, I don't want to catch the Rona again, for real. That's not the business. But back to the program, Headlines and Headaches Part 2. I'm going to talk about Judas and the Black Messiah, the movie that won a Golden Globe. And shout out to the lead who played Fred Hampton, Mr. Daniel Kaluuya, who also played in Black Panther with the late, great Chadwick Boseman, who also got a Golden Globe as well. The thing about it is that, that was done in Cleveland. That was filmed here in Cleveland. There's a couple of Cleveland, Tina Monique, a couple other people who starred in Judas and the Black Messiah. And I want to give a shout out to those extras who are here in Cleveland. The talent here is impeccable. And the thing about it is that we have to expand our talent. We're in a pandemic. Zoom conferences and stuff like that, but we are still doing what we're supposed to be doing. 216-772-0500 is the number to call in. And the thing about it is like I talk about Black Trailblazers is because, having this directed the film, and Judas and the Black Messiah is pretty much about the story of Fred Hampton, the Black Panther of the Black Panther Party. And if you haven't seen it, if you got Amazon Prime or HBO or any streaming service, Netflix, however, whatever you got, my suggestion is you check out these black films. And I know that Black History Month was quote unquote in February, but I know we in March, we celebrate Black history and Black excellence every single day, especially up here in Voice of Radio and Headlines Headaches. You know me, I'm always down for a good African-American film to watch when I'm on my downtime, when I'm not with my son Jalen, or when I'm not with family, or just out in the public. And shout out to the owner of the Vegan Club. Yesterday I went there and had a chicken Alfredo that was to love. And it was vegan, no meat, nothing, The thing about it is like, I really enjoyed that. And that's on Shaker Square here in Cleveland, Ohio. So when you check out around about with Edwin's and Zanzibar, check out the Vegan Club. They also have the Breakfast Club in the morning, and then the Vegan Club opens up at 5 to 11 o'clock. And, practice social distance, that's what they did, and it was lovely. Sometimes we have to eat better to live better. That's what I want all of my African-American people to do. It's like everybody who listens to this show and everybody who, to eat better to live better, period, point blank. Now, the reason why I brought up Judas and the Black Messiah is because there's another movie that's coming out, that is already out, Coming to America. That's the number 2 America. That is the sequel to Coming to America with Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, James Earl Jones, and John Amos, Sherry Headley. Now Coming to America also stars Leslie Jones, who played in Ghostbusters, the Black woman, Tracy Morgan, also with the original cast, James Earl Jones, Wesley, and also Wesley Snipes. Yes, Wesley in the Braids and things of that nature. The sequel of this is that Eddie Murphy finds out that he has a long-lost son, even though he's already married. He's about to be the king of Zamunda. His father is passing away. He's about to be the king of Zamunda. And the thing about it is that, Eddie has to go back to New York to find the long-lost son. And that's the plot. But I'm not the thing about it is I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched Coming to America 2. I got Amazon Prime, and I'm going to make sure I watch it because the simple fact of the matter is, whether you think that it's funny or not, this is pretty much an all African-American cast. And it was an all African-American cast when it first came out. No matter what you think of the movie or not, I have seen mixed reviews from it's great till it's trash. Listen, as long as I'm happy when black folks are making money, okay? I'm happy with black folks making money. And everybody that made money. If you want to watch the original and then compare it to the sequel, that's fine. But I'm happy when black folks are making money. And there's another Cleveland person that is making money who's African American. That's Arsenio Hall. I don't care. Well, Arsenio had the show. Yeah. Hopefully one day I can get Arsenio on here and talk about whatever he wants to talk about. I just, respect any African American making money. If you making money here, you making money there. African Americans making money is always a good thing because we all can make money. We all can do what we can at our craft. And even if you're working a 9 to 5, you can still make money, make music, make content, great content, so people can go home and watch. You're going to be talking about it one way or the other, whether you like it, you didn't like it, or you're feeling different. I'm going to jump like the thing about it is I'm not a movie critic. That's the one thing I'm not. The one thing I do know is I'm going to just say, like, movie critics like what they see. And the thing about it is I haven't seen it yet. But trust and believe I'm going to see it. Now, speaking of critic and criticism, I'm going to say this. I watched the WWE, that's World Wrestling Entertainment, and I watched Monday Night Raw and on the USA Network. And I saw that another African-American got the WWE Heavyweight Championship. That is Bobby Lasley. He's part of this stable called the Hurt Business that includes Raw Tag Team Champions Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, and former Intercontinental Champion and European Champion MVP, who is the leader of the Hurt Business, or the ipso facto person of the Hurt Business. Bobby Lasley, who was a he was a Marine sergeant, who was a drill sergeant. Last year around this time, Shelton Benjamin was losing to everybody. Cedric Alexander was just in the mid-card of the Cruiserweight division. Bobby Lashley was caught up in this crazy storyline with some Lana, whatever. And, well, Lana's a WWE women's wrestler. And MVP came in and said, let me work with these guys, form the Hurt Business, and now look what they are today. One of the quotes that Bobby Lashley said on IG was that, you have to believe in somebody else's belief in you. Now, even if it's a higher power, you have to believe in somebody else's belief in you. And the thing about it is like, you always have to have that faith that your abilities can go so far. And Bobby Lashley has been in this game for 17 years. He's won almost every single belt that you can possibly imagine. ECW champion, Ring of Honor champion, Tag Team Champions, Intercontinental, USA title. Now he's the pillar. If you win the WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship, the other one on SmackDown is the WWE Universal Champion, which is held right now by Roman Reigns. You are at the pillar of the company. You are the face of that $1 billion company by Vince McMahon. The thing about it is Vince knows business. And I gotta give you gotta give a shout out. You gotta give credit where credit is due. Now he beat The Miz, who's from Lakewood, Ohio. The thing about it is, but in the WWE with that heavyweight championship, there's only been 5 men that had it. First of all, it was WCW Booker T. Then when it came over to WWE, it was The Rock. Of course, everybody knows who The Rock is, Black Samoan. His dad is Soul Man Rocky Johnson, who passed last year. Still rest in peace to Soul Man Rocky Johnson. And Kofi Kingston, and now Bobby Lashley. The women's championship is held by Asuka. The Raw Women's Championship is held by Asuka, who's Japanese. And over on SmackDown, the SmackDown Women's Champion is held by Sasha Banks, who's Snoop Dogg's cousin, African American. You have to have a mixture. And of course, I mentioned the Raw Tag Team Champions that are held by Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. The Smack Team Championship was held by the Street Profits, who are African American tag team. They lost those to Bobby Roode, who's Rick Rude's son, who passed, and I forgot his name. Dolph Ziggler. Yeah. So the thing about it is that you got to give where credit is due as far as that. So shout out to all of those people who have trailblazed in the sports entertainment. I'm going to go out with Avant right now on this second to last break. Read your mind. When we come back, we're going to talk more about black excellence and how we can keep going. This is Headlines and Headaches, voiceatradio.com on this March 5th, 2021. We'll be right back. Hey, y'all. Hey, Mary, James, Eric. What's up, Christopher? Miss Russell, how are you? How y'all doing?
Join us every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be covering all aspects of theater, film, and the performing arts right here from Northeast Ohio.
No, I'm saying, where there we go. You went in and out.
Productions are coming to town. Don't miss Backstage with Lillian Piles and Harry Boomer every Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. right here on voicehitradio.com.
How long we be on commercial break?
Hey, this is your girl, Laura Coward.
Like 2 to 3 minutes.
Empowerment Hour.
Yes.
Check me out every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. live right here on Voice It
So
Radio.
what, like 4 commercials or 5?
Yeah.
This is Al Porter Jr., president of Black on Black Crime Incorporated. Fentanyl is the
Thank you,
leading
Mary.
cause of drug overdose deaths in
I try to
Cowlitz
keep it
County.
up.
It is now found in powdered cocaine, crack cocaine, meth, and heroin.
We're just on a commercial break. We'll be back in a minute.
If you use drugs, never use alone and carry Narcan.
And this is probably the last commercial break. Then I have the outro song. Did you get that one?
Who You Got in Check.
No, hoo-ha. That's the when we come back from break.
Right.
No, the last song when I end the show.
The
last song, outro song is Everybody.
Yeah,
Not Bentley, Andre 3000.
yeah, Farnsworth Bentley. I didn't even know he made hip hop. And I heard the song, I'm like, I like it. Well, Kanye produced the beat. He just rapped over it.
Every Friday. Tune in.
This is Donald Barnes, the host of We've Got Issues, Thursday nights at 8 p.m.
All right, we got 2 more questions. 2 more,
Okay.
commercials before we get right back in.
Okay.
Hi, this is the Lawrence Gray of Brick House Wellness. I'm bringing you my new show, The Queen's Court. Please tune in every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be discussing love, relationships, wellness, politics, and everything in between. Right here on voiceitradio.com.
Whether you're a Clevelander by birth or choice, sizzle on down to Ohio City Barbecue and taste our award-winning ribs, pulled pork, and tender brisket located at 3829 Lorraine Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio. For all your barbecue
So we
needs,
go in with
catering, or
Busta Rhymes,
delivery,
right?
give us
Yeah.
a call at 216-417-5987. Tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama.
We are Voice It Radio, broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on voiceitradio.com.
Hey, yo. Let me fuck up your mind. Oh, damn.
Huh? Huh? All right, we're back. That's my favorite hip hop artist, Busta Rhymes. Woo-ha! Got you all in check. I love this song because it's full of energy, and Busta Rhymes is one of the best in my opinion. So we got, got you all in check. It's respect. All right, so we're back with Headlines and Headaches on www.voiceitradio.com. And the thing about it is, like I said before, wherever African American excellence is, whether it be in sports entertainment, things of that nature, then we need to appreciate and respect it because, there's not a lot of contributions that go around. And I want to do this, like I said, I was off last week, and last week was the last week of quote-unquote Black History Month. So latest coming out of Washington right now is that the COVID relief, they're trying to stall it. The thing about it is like, you know what? Stop stalling it. Just make sure, get my check by Monday. I want my $1,400 by Monday, for real. Oh, by the way, if you're going to Texas and Mississippi, the governors of those respective states have lifted the mask wearing ban, mask wearing law, that you had to wear a mask everywhere you go. So those governors have lifted the mask mandate in those respective states. It's too early for that. You know, you're trying to open everything up. The cases are going to shoot up. And you're still going to have, we're trying to slow down the death, not increase it. So I'm not going to Texas or Mississippi anytime soon. And, you know, both of those states are, unfortunately, Republican states. See, everywhere there's a Republican governor that controls the state. Now, Governor DeWine is a Republican, but he has not lifted the mask mandate yet. I don't know if he's being pressured by other Republicans to do it, but companies, businesses have still required people wear masks when you go into their respective places of business so that their employees don't get sick or they don't get sick by one of their employees. So shout out to those businesses that are keeping the mask mandate on, because, listen, when I'm riding public transportation or if I'm riding somewhere or driving with or riding with somebody, I want to make sure that they're protected. If I don't want to catch anything from them, I don't want them to catch anything from me. Period, point blank. I'm just really tired of this so-called, we need our freedom. Well, the thing about it is like when you're in a pandemic, really there is none. And the unemployment rate will be increased and is going to be up until August. So if you're still getting unemployment, then you can still collect that along with the top of $300, you know, and then, but, you know, Biden is talking about by maybe June, July, that everybody can get that every single American can get vaccinated if they want to. Like it's gonna and here comes the conspiracy theorists saying, they're gonna mandate, you know, vaccinations. Well, the first responders and the people who are on the front lines don't want to get sick. Some nurses are quitting and dying because they are still getting sick because the COVID patients are coming in from miles and miles around. We have to protect ourselves. Now, the thing about it is that would I take the vaccine? I'm 50-50 on that. You know, I'm being honest. I'm transparent with y'all family. So I'm 50-50 on that. But I want my family protected. I want my son protected. I want all the other children that are going back to school. Now, some virtual schools have opened. They open to classes 2 to 3 times a week or 1 or 2 times a week. And some people are still doing virtual. Now, here's the thing with me. I'm just saying, you know, yeah, I know George is saying bad move in Texas and Mississippi. What are they thinking? I think fixing the electric grid is a little bit more important than lifting a mask mandate in Texas. Yeah, Texas. Remember the grid? Remember Senator Cruz running out on y'all going to Cancun and Orlando? Buddies, remember that? Remember the snowstorm that knocked out power and you didn't have any water and things of that nature? So you worried about a mask mandate, but can you fix y'all power grid so y'all don't have this problem no more for the people that are down there in Texas? Are you seriously crazy? And the thing about it is that do they care? The thing about it is, the thing about it is, watch who you're voting for. Just like the local elections and the local city elections and things of that nature that are here, watch who in the hell you're voting for real. Because some of these people, pardon my French, are ass backwards as far as caring for the community which they have sworn to protect when they took that oath when they were elected officials. And I'm sick and tired of most of these people at this particular point in time. I don't care. I don't give a damn about them. I give a damn about the people that they're supposed to protect as far as the community. And if you want to lift the mask mandate because you feel like people are being lazy, people are not being lazy. They're scared. they've like victims like there have been victims, families of victims who have died from this disease. Over 500,000 Americans. Period. There's 500,000 deaths that should have been prevented if the previous administration, aka the Trump administration, which y'all wanted to inaugurate yesterday, you QAnon crazies, if they would have protected the country like they were supposed to protect, because they knew that this stuff was coming in from other places, then we wouldn't have this problem now. And the thing about it is like people want to criticize Biden about the stimulus packages and things of that nature. He's got to pass everything to get everything done. Look what the mess he was left with. I wouldn't want to be. Here's the thing. Biden was left with a mess. This is making no excuse for any politician, because if Biden screws up, guess what? I'm coming after him too. Just like I come after every city official. I went out at Councilman Johnson in Ward 4 for being indicted 2 weeks ago. But the thing about it is, look at the mess that was left on Biden's doorstep. I'm surprised the toilets weren't overflowed. And look what happened at the Capitol Hill with those domestic terrorists, those insurrectionists went up and destroyed Capitol Hill and tried to kill the former Vice President Pence, who was now backing in on his statement. I don't know why y'all they're scared of Trump. I don't know why. And other senators and members of Congress who were in there when we wanted the election results solidified, certified. Look what happened to that. We still are feeling the effects of it. People are still getting arrested for them. People are still getting charged with, treason and terrorism from those Capitol Hill riots. And there have been politicians that are in there that praise the rioters, including the former occupant at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Donald Trump, who will be indicted on tax evasion charges. And everybody well, Donald Trump didn't go to jail. Well, Al Capone was the biggest gangster, murderer, killer in Chicago, and he went to jail on tax evasion 2 to 3 years. But still, when you are committed of a felony, you can't run for public office again. Please, God is my witness, Lord, please nail Trump's ass to the wall if you are New York State. And the thing about it is that the problem we have is that this country is so broken and divided that we don't know how to fix it. But we have to come together to make sure that our families and other families have a basic need, a basic stronghold, a basic thing to have decency in this country, so we can have the basic needs of food, water, and shelter. We must do that because after all of this, there is going to be a big after all of this, with the big divide, we have to come together and do what we're supposed to do. Now I'm going to look here. President Biden is doing fine so far. The Republicans are causing him grief. Won't allow Biden's cabinet choices. Yeah. Minchie. Yeah. And the thing about it is there's some, the Republicans who are trying to stop the stimulus packages and saying all this stuff when big businesses are in the area. Y'all had no problem bailing out Wall Street. What about the little man? What about the people that voted for you? Your constituents are dying. Now Georgia wants to make it a misdemeanor crime to serve water and food for people that have to stand in long election lines. Voter suppression. And the people that say, well, my vote doesn't matter, then why are they trying to gerrymander it and suppress it? Why? Because they know that your vote does. They flipped Georgia blue with 2 senators. That's why we got the stimulus package passed. And hopefully, after the reading of this 632-page document, hopefully that silly-ass Senator Johnson is satisfied. If not, oh well, I don't care. He didn't vote for it. And I'm sick of it. And the thing about it is not only that, but these so-called African-American Republicans, Tim Scott, I am talking to you personally. You need to stop voting for the party and vote for the people, no matter what the party thinks about it. I am tired of it. I am sick. I am tired of it. I am tired because it trickles down to local, to state, and city governments that they can go in and do whatever they want, and the people suffer for it, and they get no consequences for it. And that's the one thing that I am actually positively sick of, because the people deserve better than what they're getting right now. The people deserve better than what they're getting right now. Biden is trying. Harris is trying. It's only been, he got inaugurated January 20th, didn't get his camping in the right time, January, February, March. It's only been 3 months. It's 3 months. Ask me how he's doing after a year in office. We want to try to compare it now. We want we want fast food, and it's going to be a slow cooker dinner tonight because of the mess that was made. Hell, Biden had to clean up the kitchen first because the previous presidential chef or the previous occupant left it in such a disarray and still wants to cause controversy. Then it is what it is. Oh, by the way, that was at the CPAC speech where Trump was at the event, there was a golden statue of Donald Trump. People were praying in front of it. Stop it. Didn't God say beware of false idols? Surprised that some of you idiots didn't turn into a pillar of salt that prayed for that dang statue. Stop it. Stop it. That's madness. Stop. That's not Trump is not your God. He's not Jesus. He used to call him Cheeto. Trump is not your God. Stop. Get some help. That's all I'm saying. Stop it and get some help, please. Because of all this other stuff that's going on, we need help in our communities. People in Texas have now that the power grids pop back on, then there's the electric bills that are happening. And we still have women who are still out of work trying to feed their children, trying to house their children, things of that nature. We cannot. Let me just express my displeasure for the Department of Treasury, all this other stuff like that. Just get the checks out. Just get the checks out. Just get the IRS stuff out. Just get all this stuff. Just get the checks out, period. Calm down with all this. We want to read this and read that. Read these Nikes, okay? I am sick and tired of these so-called bureaucrats holding up progress for the little people to get money that they should have gave us a long time ago. Are you out of your mind? What are you, stupid? You shouldn't be voted for anyway. And the thing about it is like, yeah. So there's going to be shows on disease, on stuff that people are suffering from. I'm just going to do those, just looking at some other things that are going on in this country. And I'm actually, the thing about it is that the one thing that I'm actually sick and tired of is this. I'm sick and tired of, listen, we gotta stop. We gotta stop and think and care about our people. If you love God, you love people. Thank you very much for listening to this broadcast. So, if nobody tells you that they love you today, I do. I just digged it out the crate. This is Farnsworth Bentley along with my man Andre 3000 with everybody. Peace, love, and hair grease. I'm out of here. If nobody tells you they love you today, I do. We gone. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Javante. Thank you, Mary. Right, George. Do it on your own time. I'm about to wrap up. So I thank you guys for coming out on my Facebook. I'll see you guys next week.